Welcome to this week's Todd Talks. We're going to provide you with some intel on what's hot in the market and some key insights into what is going on in the United States and in Texas in real estate. So the first thing we want to look at is luxury home sales. Luxury home sales are home sales at 1.2 million and above. So if you're a consumer and you're in that category, you can expect that, believe it or not, there could be more competition if the house is priced right. And if you're a real estate agent, this is a great area to get involved with and target to get listings, because these houses, when priced right, are moving. Let me show you what I mean. So this is luxury versus non-luxury. So once again, 1.2 and below. If you can see, this is year-over-year percentage of change in sales. We're only up about 1.5% year-over-year. So sales are sluggish from 25 through 26 in the non-luxury market. But look at, for luxury homes, they have spiked up and they're increasing. So if you're a consumer looking to buy, we need to have a great mortgage plan. We need to have a great negotiation strategy, and you need to be working with the right professionals. If you're a seller, you need to price that house right. I'll give you an example. I have a client right now looking at 1.2, but it's actually 2.1 million he's looking at. And we looked at all these different properties. 80% of them are overpriced and sitting there. The one he finally found he liked is slightly underpriced, and they're got all kind of activity on it. The house is going to be in a bidding war, and hopefully we can win that. So let me show you the next item on the agenda. This is to debunk the myth that homes aren't selling. I keep seeing stuff on the internet. I've been talking about this the last few weeks, and it's homes aren't selling. And in fact, homes are selling. We're going to hit over 4 million units per year. That is a baseline in the United States. So from a data point of view, in the U.S., no matter what's going on in the economy, no matter who's the president, no matter who's in charge of Congress, none of that, no matter what's going on, we will sell 4 million units. And and that's just a baseline market. So let's look at what that means. So what that really means, if we break it down by the minute, there's 11,205 homes sold every day. 467 every hour, and 8 sell every minute. Every minute of the day, 24 hours a day, 8 homes sell. That's the average. So the truth is that we have a healthy market. There are sales, and if you're an agent and you've been struggling, this is good information to know. Know that there's business out there. And if you're a consumer and you're looking at this, know that you just have to have the right team and the right strategy. It's the perfect time to buy a house, though, because it's a more balanced market. We went through over a decade of a seller's market, and we now have a more balanced market, and it's more favorable to the buyers. The sellers are not used to that, and they're overpricing homes and then being forced to negotiate concessions, which is an advantage buyer in that case. All right, so now let me show you what's going on with pricing. So last week's Todd Talk video, I showed you how price year over year as a dollar amount on average was down $11,000. And now this week I'm going to show you, we're starting to see a trend where that is probably stopped. So it looks like prices have hit a floor in terms of deceleration. So if you look, this is home price growth. So you can see what's happening. And this is a key thing to understand right here. Home price growth through 24 through 26 has slowed. The appreciation rate has slowed. But on average, they're still going up. And you can see the last couple of months, it's starting to tick up a little bit higher. So we're seeing a reversal of that trend. So even with all the slowness, the data suggests that all that really happened is on average appreciation was less. Now, what does that really mean? These are mathematical averages. That means that there are some people that got significantly undervalued, up to 5%. Some people paid slightly over multiple offer situations. And the way it averaged out was we went through less than 3% appreciation, but you can see it start heading back up. That's an early indication that prices are slowly on the rise. Once again, a great time to step into the market to buy. One other issue I want to talk about today is that of homeowners insurance. I want to show you a graph. So one of the things that affected homeownership was affordability. And one of those elements, it was like a perfect storm. Interest rates went way higher. Property taxes went way higher because of the COVID boom, creating higher market value and higher property taxes. And then you had insurance went way up. And there's a reason I'm going to explain that. That's starting to wane. So let me show you the numbers so you understand what happened. All right, so you look at 2019 and you see a jump in 2020 and 2021, and you see this rapid rise. So what was happening here? Inflation. So what happened is this: insurance companies collect premiums, and they collect enough premiums so to make a profit and pay claims over the next 3 years. And so what no one saw coming, and they have great actuaries. They have people that are called actuaries that do forecasting that usually they're really good. Like they can tell you how many accidents are going to happen with a certain small percent, how many rooftops will have to have be replaced due to hail, all of that. One thing is though, they didn't count on inflation. So the material and labor costs skyrocketed, and you can see that growth there. And that was a huge impact on affordability. So where people, and many loan officers and many people, like for many borrowers that go to just like a regular loan officer, they would get quotes with insurance not based on averages. So they'd have a legitimate, benchmark or an idea what their payment would be until they actually found a house. They were using really small amounts. And so now, though, this year you can see we've had a nice decline. So insurance prices are coming down for premiums than what they are. So the price growth has decelerated. Prices have come down. Now the key to getting insurance is this: it's super frustrating to shop for insurance. I had to do it, and about 2 years ago, last time I had to really reshop. I've got a solution that I'm going to offer you, but I went to all the carrier direct. I knew a lot of people in the business, being, of course, from what I do, and they said, "Oh, right now, when prices were so high, go to directly to the carriers." It was all done by online email. I couldn't even talk to somebody. And I would submit a quote, and it would be days later I get some quote, and the quotes would be ridiculous. I didn't even like, and I couldn't talk to anybody to adjust the quotes. It was really bad. So I ended up with an independent insurance broker I work with. They have dozens of companies. They have a very high-end process. It's very thorough, where they look at everything, get the right coverages at the lowest cost. So if you guys need help with that, let me know. I'll connect you. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. I am here to help. Remember, the best way to buy real estate is a mortgage plan, a properly structured mortgage with the lowest cost and high net worth. The best way to grow and manage that liability and grow your net worth is also working with a mortgage planner that manages that mortgage and knows when to refinance, how to pay it off, and all of that. I do all that for my clients, so please feel comfortable reaching out, and I hope you have a great day.